Hello and welcome to another Metal Review Cast. Today we are reviewing Caskets, Lost in Echoes. We have a special guest today, which is Corey Davis, because her brother is a shit cunt and decided to learn driving instead of doing something more responsible, like doing videos with his boys.
Truth.
So fuck him.
Truth. And
Cheers,
we
Leo.
are sponsored by Tim Hortons. We're not, but I have lots of Tim
I was going to
Hortons.
say we're sponsored, and I've just given all that flagrant tongue right at the start.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Why would
Rewind.
we ever be sponsored?
But please
Oh,
sponsor us,
good.
Tim Hortons.
Yeah. And Cloudwater, because they're
Truth.
the most expensive beers in the world. So, like, I don't want to break
No,
my
they're
bank.
not. Are they?
They're pretty expensive.
And why are you buying them?
Because they're tasty.
They are tasty. They are very tasty.
It's only the one, though. I only bought one. But yeah, Caskets. So, time of recording, not time of release. They dropped this one. Was it the 7th of
Should be.
May
That
now,
was Friday.
May, yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
And typically, Sean always listens to them straight away. I don't normally, but I couldn't wait until review to listen to them because it's Caskets, so they're always going to be good.
Yeah, I can't do first time reactions. I don't want to wait.
Although you got to do when the Envisions do it, you said to them,
just pretend.
You're going to hold back.
Just absolutely pretend.
But it'd be interesting to see what Corey's take on this is as well.
So much I love about this. I love the colours. We're going on that theme again of 80s.
They had heads and brains in the back.
No spoilers.
Right.
Although probably most of the people who's going to watch this review has already watched the main video anyway. But yeah, go.
Just love the colours.
You might want to bring the microphone closer to you, Corey.
Like here.
Matt Flood.
I know. That intro,
Flood.
the 80s synthwave as well. And
Yeah.
the colours, the pinks, the oranges, just fucking love it.
Like a weird sunset.
Yeah, it's
Full
like a weird
stars
sunset.
instead.
Mate, rewind to the beginning. Just the whole build up there is just brilliant.
It's just...
I think I lost my mind. Everything I knew came falling down. Anything I built comes crashing down.
I was like,
I'm feeling God not now. Save me from my sins before I leave. Free me from
The swirly thing in the background's like, you know, like those heart scanners. It's
yeah.
like one of those.
the more I fool myself, the more I feel it creeping in. I think I lost my mind again.
Just the right level of distortion on his voice, and I don't think that's a plug-in or anything. I think that's just his gruffness.
Yeah.
Echoes be laughing on my own. It's tragic, but it's the only life I know. What should I do? What should I be? I'm so full of rage, too blind to see. The more I fool myself, the more I feel it creeping in. I think I lost my mind again. The more I start to fall, the more I don't see me at all. I think I lost my mind again.
It's just like... I love this next bit as well. But it's just so atmospheric as well.
It is. Very much so. I do find, and I don't know whether it's intentional and because of the style of the video or not, but there's like especially when the higher end of the cymbals, the crashing's coming in, there's a lot of kind of distortion at that level. Like it's really heady, which I didn't expect. I spotted it when we were chatting about the video the other day, and I was hoping that maybe it was just my ears because I was drunk, but it's not. It's by no means it's not a problem, but normally there's a lot more clarity at the top end with Caskets. So I don't know whether it's intentional or something they're trying to do with the style of the video or whatnot, or it
Yeah.
could just be the low quality from a production perspective when they've uploaded it to YouTube, because YouTube doesn't always deal with bitrate well. But yeah, it's just something I noticed.
Yeah, because when we discussed it, I couldn't pick up on it too quickly, and I had to turn everything all the way up to kind of pick up on it. So yeah, I'm not really sure in regards to that, because I say I didn't really particularly hear it until you mentioned it. So
It could just be my old ears, dude. I've got tinnitus and all sorts of stuff. Who knows? But I just found there's elements like when there's not the cymbal there smashing, like it's really easy on the ears.
yeah,
But there's an element of harshness that's there when everything's kicking off that kind of makes me go, I need to bring the volume down to listen to it.
yeah.
But yeah, that's my only criticism thus far, anyway.
Yeah, I like that it takes a similar format to what they usually do, but at the moment, I'd say it's a little bit more reserved up to this point. A little bit more reserved as usually. Like, obviously, it's very focused on Matt again and his emotional, like, vocal style. So, just gonna put this back a little bit before we get to the next bit, 'cause it's sexy.
I keep picturing my ending.
I love this bit.
I don't recall this type of feeling. It's inside my bones. My soul steadies back and left me. I built a bridge within. Just another wasted human weighing down this skin.
They can do no wrong.
And it pulls me further from the point that I belong.
He's so emotional.
Yeah, and on that previous bit as well, I love that middle portion because it's like, obviously they're doing that dun, dun, and then they're kind of stopping, and it's just the drums and Matt, and it's like literally they've gone, right, let's focus on Matt and let's focus on James and just do like the drumming and Matt's emotional style.
Yeah, exactly that. They're literally they're kind of stabbing it as an emphasis to go listen.
Yeah,
And then it does Matt and the drums, and then boom, boom, listen again.
yeah,
Kind of.
My soul steadies back and left me. I built a bridge within. Just another wasted human weighing down this skin.
again, just lyrically so powerful as well, and you can feel every word that he's screaming, like singing.
And all you wanna do is seek me, breathe me, hide me away, or you can shame me, blame me, put me at the stake on a lie. 'Cause my own mind will took the thought of being alone.
Stop it.
I love that they've gone to 80s synthwave elements as well.
Disgusting.
Is that meant to be a compliment word?
Yeah. It's like disgustingly good.
What?
Like no one can fuck with it. It's too good. What's your thoughts on it, Koza?
Yeah, you never really gave me flipping chance to talk before, did you? Because you guys never shut up. Well, I had a few comments about. I was mainly looking at the video as well as the vocals. The vocals are really good, and at certain points, like in the backgrounds and stuff, they reminded me of things. Like there's all sorts, and I don't know whether the drum's wrapped on purpose or if it's meant to represent something.
Oh, you mean with the cobwebs and stuff and all the
Yeah,
material that's going over it?
yeah.
So generally speaking, Caskets, everything has some kind of link to what they're doing. Like it's all really, really intricately connected.
They're very much
So-
on like mental health and the way Matt's mind thinks, I guess. A lot of his perspective. So yeah, that could be linked to something, the way it's wrapped. I saw that as well when I first watched that.
On the brain, there was like a battery thing in the background, like covered over it, I think. I don't know whether it was like a phone running out or something like that. I'm not sure.
It could be. It could
Well,
be.
yeah.
It's just again, I think that does tie to that mental health side of like you start losing your energy after a while. You just get tired and just bored of life, I guess, and other aspects
Yeah,
and,
good
and of
spot.
yourself. So
I
yeah,
didn't even notice
that's
that. I was
actually
just
good.
in awe
Yeah.
of Matt.
Yeah.
Also, on one point, you know, in the flashing bits, there were like these character things. I couldn't tell whether that's a different language or whether it's something else. Like I couldn't tell.
They do have on some of their merch and like previous portions, and they have this card that seems to have different languages on it.
It looks like Japanese to me.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if it
believe
is.
they do have something like that. I'm trying to find a bit.
Ooh, I wonder if I could read some of it.
I can't work out what it is, but yeah, I know what you mean because I think it's on
It's
the
a lot
shirt that I
further on
have
than that.
as well, where there's a tiny bit of on the previous logo that they created and the card and stuff like that. They actually did create portions that had like either Japanese or Chinese or something on there. I think it was on the boiler suits as well, potentially.
How complicated were the characters?
It's going back some.
Because there's 3 different alphabets in
God
Japanese,
knows.
and I don't know how many there are in Chinese. I can read one of the alphabets.
Let's see if I can see it on the card there. They do have it somewhere. I can't work out where it is on the video, but yeah. See? Very observant.
It is, yeah.
There's a little bit there, yeah.
That is definitely.
I think it's kanji.
Oriental language.
I can't read
Kanji.
kanji. I can't read it.
Chris, you'll have to let us know, bro.
Yeah.
Let us know what language that is, because Corey will be intrigued. And
Yeah, because
interested in that.
as I say, there's a few bits on their marketing and stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite interesting you picked up on that because I wonder what the reason
I
behind
didn't
them
even
adding that.
notice that shit.
Because I pay attention more to the backgrounds and the music. Because you guys seem to pay attention more to the voices and stuff, and you don't seem to pick up much on the backgrounds, do you?
Well, that's because
So I always
normally the
look out for that.
backgrounds are in a warehouse somewhere,
Yeah.
or in the wood,
Or
They're
in
not
a
like
shed.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
but obviously we're reviewing the music, so I'm kind of listening to that. But you know what I get from this is that the band is so adaptable and they can do many things. But what they're really good at is zoning in on their strengths, and they know that Matt's voice is a massive strength, and musically they can create this kind of linked up sound that just no matter where they go with it, it still works perfectly with his voice.
Yeah.
And that's what they do really well. It always sounds so complete. And actually that breakdown as well, that bit where you're on about the boom boom and then it was the drums. So it is intentional, that heady distortion that I was hearing, because it actually only is affected on one cymbal. It's that China that he's hitting. For whatever reason, they've got a lot of emphasis on the China.
Yeah.
Which is when he's hitting it a lot in the main choruses is what's making that kind of harshness.
Yeah.
So it's not the production; it's just the how they've mic'd up the China and put an effect on it.
Also, it reminded me of like if you think into your brain and the different parts of you, like it's like different people. It kind of reminded me that if each person in this with a different person in your brain. What has happened with the lights? It's freaking me out. They just
Leon's
changed
messing
colour.
with
What the
something.
fuck?
Leon's messing with something. Leon, don't mess with the lights. You are.
Creepy little Leon. And it reminds me that if like all the different parts of your brain were like playing something, I don't know, but it
Well-
just makes you think maybe.
Well, that's exactly
that's
you know,
them, isn't it? Yeah,
That's what
that
they're like.
perfectly. I guess that's good because obviously me and Anton know that already and see that from every aspect. But for obviously Corey, it's a bit different only hearing the odd song and obviously not particularly knowing who these guys are.
I
But
think this is
picking
the
up on
first
those
song I've heard
elements.
of.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if you'd done the last one or not, or we'd done it without you, or Leon was there. Or there's also what I was going to say is that
Sorry.
I actually like how simple it is. We haven't really gone that depth. Like we haven't talked that much about this, interestingly for us. So I want to talk a little bit more about it. And I think because this is part of the album, obviously the album that's Lost Souls, I think it is. I think it's Lost Souls that's coming out. I can't remember when. Let me check that. August 13th. I like that it fits into an album because it's actually probably a little bit simpler for them. Not like musically in any way, but it's just, I think it's a simpler sound for them despite this 80s synthwave stuff, and it's going to fit nicely into an album, so it's not just emotional banger after emotional banger. Obviously the emotion comes through, but
yeah, you're never going to get away from the emotion with them, but yeah, no, it's not that far different from what we're used to with them, but it's probably a lot more accessible, I would say, to people who wouldn't necessarily listen to this style of music.
Yeah, it's definitely more a simpler sound for them, which yeah, just really enjoyed. It's just nice, and as I say, because they've got the album and stuff, you'll be able to start piecing it together. I know they were looking for actors as well a few months ago, so I'm assuming there's going to be another video at some point.
You see Corey's eyes light up. She's like, I could be in.
I act a lot.
Yeah, they've. I think they already have all their actors for that. So yeah, I assume there'll be another one before the release. But yeah, I'll start piecing it all together. So.
But yeah, no, it's a solid piece from them.
Review, please tell me so I can add the song to my music.
Have you added this one?
Yes.
Just
So
look for Caskets with that logo and add all of them because they're all that good.
They are amazing. Every song is amazing.
Just there's literally not a bad song.
Yeah.
Not one.
Oh.
True that. Right, I'll go back to start and then we can go.
It's Chinese. Oh, can't you? I don't know.
Sorry for the early leaving.
Yes, motherfucker. Fuck out of it.
I went into parent mode. See you later, guys.